Hello and welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're joined now by a news partner who's been traveling, and welcome back to Fatou Cisse with Cairasu Home Care. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Love having you on the program. You always bring such important topics to the table. We're going to talk about caregiver burnout today. First, let's talk about Cairasu Home Care. Give viewers an update and an overview.
Sure. So Cairasu Home Care is an in-home supportive home care. We work with seniors and disabled in their homes, and our focus is to help them stay in their homes. We do this by helping them with their personal care needs and companionship, homemaking, meal preps, doctor's appointments, all of the good stuff that they needed to stay in the homes that they are much more familiar with.
Yes, and obviously this is a service that is needed by many, and there's so many different types of services. But what can happen is caregivers can get burnt out. So let's talk about what that means.
So caregiver burnout is when caregivers have emotional stress and physical fatigue and decreased interest in things that they used to do prior to their caregiving time. So you will see that this will have a lot of health impacts on them. So it's important to notice what's going on with the caregiver as they go on. So it's a really widespread problem in caregiving, especially for family caregivers.
And that's what came to mind is, especially when you said emotional stress, when it's your own parent or a loved one, it can be really difficult.
Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about, what are the causes and how to recognize it?
Yeah, so I'll give a little overview of the magnitude of the problem that we have as far as caregiving, and it's specific to family caregivers, because we have over 40 million family caregivers in the United States. So that's a lot of family caregivers, and that's only is going to increase, given the fact that we have over 10,000 people turning 65 daily, and almost 90% of those turning 65 have one or at least two chronic illness.
Wow.
So if you have any kind of chronic condition at 65, at 85, imagine what that's going to be. So it's a big, big problem. So to answer your question, what can happen when what causes it and what can happen with caregiving.
Yes.
So the constant presence in the caregiving without having to take a break, because a lot of times, especially when you're caring for a family member, the guilt comes in. You don't want to step back because you feel obligated. This is what you need to do. This is what you're supposed to do. But a lot of times what we fail to recognize also is that you need to be present for them in a healthy way. And if you're stressed out, that is not healthy because it also reflects on the care that you provide for them. So it becomes a slippery slope. You're trying to do the right thing, but emotionally you're not. And in fact, physically, because caregiving can cause a lot of health issues. So for people who are caring for people with long-term diseases like Alzheimer's, like Parkinson, you do that even for 5 years, and you're looking for like 10 plus years to do that, is going to definitely impact your health.
Yes, absolutely. I keep going to the emotional impacts, but you're right, physical too. So you need to be physically and emotionally healthy yourself to be able to properly take care of somebody else.
Right.
So how do we address this issue? If we're seeing somebody that has this caregiver burnout, or if this resonates with yourself, somebody watching.
So the way to address it is to look for resources. One, you have to self-care, because again, you have to be well first to be able to care for somebody. So you need to do things that you think are fitting for you. So exercises, meditation, socialize, because a lot of times when people are in this caregiving role, they tend to withdraw from other things that they are used to doing, people that they have quality time with. All of that gets to be pushed aside in order for them to be present for their parents or their loved ones that they're caring for. So to notice that and bring those things back and reach out. Reach out to your network. Bring respite. So even if it's once a week, even if it's professional, or go for resources like Caring for Caregivers. That gives caregivers a break, at least a week or 2 weeks, and you can at least get out once a day, once a week or something, and do something for you, because you need your me time.
I think the lesson is caregivers need a break, and this is such a big topic that we're going to continue our conversation.
Yeah, we'll definitely continue our conversation on this, and next month is Caregivers Month, so hopefully we'll talk more about caregiving and its impact on people and families. Yeah.
So for caregivers out there, if you need more help or support, cairasucare.com is a great resource. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back
Always
with more.
Pleasure to be here
After the break.
Yeah.